How to make a shotgun safe here on Big Dick Ballistics. Hello everybody, Big Daddy here, Big Dick Ballistics coming at you today with the Remington 870 shotgun, how to make it safe. Now before we get into it, if you're new to the channel, my name is Big Daddy. I'm a police firearms instructor in the biggest department in the nation. I'm here to bring you gun and gear reviews, that big dick energy. Check out our website for merch. Every dollar you spend on there goes right back into the channel. Check out Goldberg and McEnany. If you are a big city cop, the NYPD, and you need help with your 3-quarter questions and guidance, give them a call. They're awesome. Also for training, check out Medicine in Bad Places, TAC Med, Canine Med, Firearms Instruction. They do it all. The Rusty Cuffs podcast, I was on there a few months back. Awesome dudes. And if you have anything that you want me to T&E or just do a review on, or even a shirt to wear and promote, send it my way. You can email me at bigdballisticsllc@gmail.com. I'm more than happy to help anybody out. So guys, why a shotgun? This here is a Remington 870. It's an older Wingmaster. Before we get into it, safe direction, safety, source, and chamber. It's clear and good to go. If you bought one of these out of panic during the pandemic between 2019 and 2021, and you left it in a box and you never touched it before, today I'm going to show you how to make it safe, clear, and empty. Shotguns have been around for hundreds of years, and they're really awesome and versatile based on the payload that they could carry. So if you don't know what the payload is, it's the projectile. For hunting purposes, you could use a variety of BBs or birdshot. For self-defense purposes, we could use buckshot. And for hunting and self-defense purposes, we could use slugs. So out of one weapon system, we could have accuracy in order to discharge over a greater distance with rifle-like precision, or we could put a lot of lead downrange in a big pattern in a short area. It's up to you on what you're doing, your level of training, and the type of gun you have. Now this, my friends, is the Remington 870 Wingmaster. It's a classic. It's been around forever, since the late 40s, early 50s. Now, if you want to jump on me all over the internet because the dates are wrong, go right ahead. It doesn't mean anything. This is a police trade-in I got from Hunter Sports in Massapequa, Long Island. Beautiful gun. The bluing is there, aka the finish. It's untarnished. I got this used and it is as good as new, in all honesty. They range from mid-200s to a little under 1,000, and they're great. They're America's shotgun. So let's go over the parts of this really quick. We're going to talk about how to make it safe. So we have the receiver right here. We have the barrel. We have the magazine tube. We have the forend, the buttstock, the trigger guard, and crossbolt safety, the action release, ejection port, and those are the major components. Now, SSSC, safe direction, safety, source, chamber. Now your safe direction varies from where you are. If you're in the woods with nothing above you, it could be straight up and down or down at your feet. If you're in your home, you want to find an area that would defeat said round, whatever payload's in your shot shell. So our safe direction here, we're in the BDB compound, right? That's going to be straight up and down. I have nobody over me. I just have a roof, right? So we're in a safe direction. The safety is on. This has a push button cross bolt. If I push it through from the passenger side to the driver's side, it's going to go on fire. So I'm going to make sure it's protruding out of the passenger side, the right-hand side, the side with the ejection port on it. Source, all right? All our shot shells stay inside this magazine tube located directly under the barrel. So I'm going to put that action forward, the forend, okay? And I'm going to look up inside in here, okay? As long as there's no brass or nothing in here, I'm good. Then I'm going to check the chamber in order to release the action, all right? I'm going to use this tab on the passenger side, the left side of the receiver. Bring the action to the rear, and I'm going to look inside and feel inside. I can see both just by holding the action about 4 to 5 inches and canting it above my head through the ejection port. Or I could roll it over, press down on the lifter, and do the same thing. If there was ammunition in this magazine tube, it would look something like this. If we press on the action release and pulled the fore-end back ever so slightly, we could see that there's a round in this chamber. If I lock the action to the rear and looked inside, I could see that piece of brass inside for that next round that's about to be chambered. As long as you're safe with this thing, it doesn't really matter how you shoot, all right? What matters is that the wrong people or the wrong targets aren't being shot. So, in order to administratively load this thing, I always make sure it's safe, clear, and empty first. I always make sure I have the appropriate ammo for this thing. These are dummy rounds right here. You can purchase them online. They don't fire, they don't work. These are 12 gauge 2 3/4 inch dummies. So I'm gonna roll the gun over. All right, I'm gonna support it in my chicken wing right there. I'm gonna put the action forward. I'm gonna put these into the weapon system just like that. Push down, push forward till they lock in. Then I could roll the shotgun over, hit the action release, all right, using my index finger on my strong hand. I bring it to the rear, I bring it forward. That chambered a shot shell, or a round, as we like to call it. If I want to fire the weapon system, I press the cross bolt safety through from the passenger side to the driver's side, and it's good to go. All right, I get a click, I cycle the action, and the next round would go up inside. Let's say there's a ceasefire on the line, or I have to make the weapon system safe. All I have to do without pulling the trigger to achieve the same results is push down on this action release right here on the driver's side of the receiver. Then I can move the action to the rear, the fore-end to the rear, and would eject the round, just like that. In order to keep not pumping away at this thing, like your mom does for me, we could pinch inside on this little tab of metal that holds the shell casings in, all right? Push in the lifter and push on this tab, and that's called a shell catch, and administratively unload each individual shell casing, all right? Source always comes before chamber. So then after the shell casings are removed from here, then I would bring the action to the rear, catch whatever comes out, and visually and physically inspect. These are great weapon systems. These firearms are amazing. They keep refining them, making them better, even cheaper, with stronger materials, but you have to treat them with respect. Guys, just because I gave you some good information here doesn't mean you're in SEAL Team 6 now or Delta Force. You have to get out and train with these weapons. I would highly advise you go out, take a class. Buy boxes of ammo here and there. Have a variety for what your gun can eat. It states what it could eat on the barrel of the weapon system. So you're not going to buy 3-inch Magnum shells for a gun that only accepts 2 3/4 inch shells. You have to clean your weapon systems as well. I highly advise getting dummy rounds. You could purchase them off Amazon.com. They're a cheap way to train. Dry firing is also really super good. Practice unloading, loading. If you're going to leave this weapon system loaded in the home, it's locked away in a safe or cabinet that you only have access to. So guys, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, you could shoot me an email. I love feedback, whether it's positive or negative, because I always like to learn. Remember to train hard, educate yourselves, your family, and always vote the right way. Stay safe.